everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers' offense is on the field for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Pitt pushing the pace. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Blue Devils offense will have its first possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Gets it out fast. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Complete to the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Blue Devils have their offense in high gear.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The RPO fire complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Devils have pushed it inside the 20. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Splits the uprights, good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Ingram. This time on target. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Runs through the tackle. And runs through another one. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker missing the hole before getting going.
Off the play fake on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This time it's complete. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Panther!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll go right back to the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff to the lone back. He has the first and still on his feet. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Hit right back to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Motion from the back. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. At midfield, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Finding open areas. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Panthers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gonna run it. It's Willis. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Pitt!
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A little release to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
It is such a luxury for a defensive coordinator when you know you can get after the quarterback. This is the best team in the nation right now in getting sacks, whether they rush 4, 5, or 6. Time and time again, when they get the opponent in a passing situation, they're able to get home and create negative plays.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This field position is quite advantageous. First and goal from the 4. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. On the move. Touchdown, Panther! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Pitt pushing the pace. Gives it on the option. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Panthers can really attack on this second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Malusi. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Hand off from the shotgun. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he made the extra point without problem. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the outside. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed.
There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll go up top on second and short. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A sky-high punt. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Off play action on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
He's got an open man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Fakes to grab. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn up field, and you saw that right there.
Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That's reeled in. It's Sullivan. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Malusi. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
And the Panthers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Handoff from the gun. Oh, what a move. Touchdown, Panthers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Going to swing it on second down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And it'll come to rest just inside the 50-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here. Makes a catch at the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Trying to punch it in. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just...
It's a fumble! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Looking for a man. It's Ingram. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Panthers in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
And the Blue Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block bound. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Quick release on the RPO. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move to pick up yardage. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figured.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Pitt.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
59-3.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Chambers. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. Here we go. Hands it off. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The inside handoff. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Motion from the wideout. On the run, it's Willis. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Panther!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
2-3.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. Oh, they're after him. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break this.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. And this one is perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute those.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Poe. Got his man quickly. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and fires complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed behind the line, it's Willis. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing, having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff that...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab down the middle. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small space. bases. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed.
Ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.